I'll say yes, Lord, yes, to your will and to your way. I'll say yes, Lord, yes, I will trust you and obey. When your spirit speaks to me, with my whole heart I will agree, and my answer will be yes, oh yes. Father God, in the name of Jesus, we thank you for this part of the service, Lord Jesus. Lord, in the name of Jesus, as I come forth with your word, Lord Jesus, let them not see me, Lord Jesus, Tika, but let them see you, Lord Jesus. Use me and guide me, Lord Jesus, at this time. Amen. Amen. Ask you all to read St. John 14, 10 to 21.
Amen.
Amen. Everyone have it?
Yes.
Y'all can start reading.
Believe thou not in the Father, and the Father in me. The words that I speak unto you, I speak not of myself, but the Father that dwelleth in me. He doeth the works. Believe me that I am in the Father, and the Father in me, or else believe me for the very work's sake. Verily, verily, I say unto you, he that believeth on me, the works that I do shall he do also, and greater works than these shall he do, because I go unto my Father. And whatsoever he shall ask in my name, that will I do.
You can stop there. I'm sorry, you can stop there. You can stop there at 14. I'm sorry. Amen. If I'm going to read it, I'm going to read it to you in the NIV version. Don't you believe that I am the Father and that the Father is in me? The word I say to you, I do not speak on my own authority. Rather, it is the Father living in me who is doing his work. Believe me when I say that I am the Father and the Father is in me, or at least believe on the evidence of the works themselves. Verily, truly, I tell you, whoever believes in me will do the works I have been doing, and they will do ever greater things than these. Because I am going to the Father, and I will do whatever you ask in my name, so that the Father may glorify in the Son. You may ask me for anything in my name, and I will do it. I will be reading Job 23 and 10. But he knoweth the way that I take. When he has tried me, I shall come forth as pure gold. Amen. And I give this a title, I would say, I went through to come out pure gold to do his will. All right. I went through to come out pure gold to do his will. Now as I'm in school, I go to Liberty University. I'm in my master program, and one of the assignments that was up, the professor had wrote that how, you know, when you come forth and when you talking to peers or adults, you know, you have to simplify everything. So I'm going to simplify that title and say it's time to come out and do his will. Right. It's time to come out to do his will. Right. It is important to know God's will. You must repent from your sins and trust in Christ. That's the first step. If you don't do that, if you didn't do that yet, you haven't accepted God's will. All right. Once we receive Christ by faith, we are made God's children, and he will lead us in his way. Psalms 143 and 10 says, teach me to do thy will, for thou art my God. Thy spirit is good. Lead me into the land of uprightness. And we are walking closely with the Lord and truly desiring his will for our lives. God will place his desires in our heart. Yes. The key is wanting to do God's will and not our own. We have a lot of Christians that want to do their own will. They think what they want to do is what they're supposed to do, but they're not doing God's will. The Bible says, delight thyself also in the Lord, and he shall give thee the desires of thine heart. Psalms 37:4. God puts dreams in our hearts, writes destinies over our lives. He puts gifts in his children. We have to trust him enough to take him as his word. But the road or path that he takes us to for our promise isn't always easy. The path or road we are taking, sometimes a storm will come that will make us cry, moan, and also ask questions. Fear will confront us, making us not want to go on. It will have us saying to God, I can't go on. Lions will roar. People will talk about us to make us doubt who God is. We will start second guessing what God has shown us and told us and what he gave us because of people. And you will see that some people will say, I've been doing the will of God. I've been fasting. I've been praying. I've been giving. I've been loving everyone. I've been obeying God. I've been reading my word. I've been walking faithfully, but I'm going through so much. They start asking God, do you care about me? And start wondering if they're saved or not. When you start asking these questions, the devil will start answering them back for you. He will start talking to you, but you need to know how to talk back to him. You need to tell him that Jesus Christ died on a cross for me, and yet I am going through. God is with me. Don't let the devil give you bitterness towards God. Don't you ever forget the other times he brought you through, other situations, and delivered you from certain things. God did it once, and he can do it again. Cry out and block that devil out. Always remember that we have the victory. What we are going through is training. God is training his truth. If it wasn't for the struggle, you wouldn't have the strength to go through. God always built us up, even when it seems like he's breaking us up. Galatians 6:9, and let us not be worried and well doing, for in due season we shall reap and we faint not. We be in this situation where we don't quite get the why, the when, the where, and the how on God's method of bringing his will to pass in our lives. And many times the clarity will not come right away. We have to understand his ways is a perfect plan for our lives through the go through. Just know God is up to something. God is up to something. You may not know how he's going to do it, but that he will do it. Can anyone ever travel on seas? No, they can't always expect smooth sailing, because sometimes strong winds, storms, the fog comes your way. As Christians, we can't expect to go through life without encountering difficult challenges and obstacles. We all encounter tests, trials, and tribulation that will place us either physical, emotional, financially, or spiritually. Some people will not know what to do when trials and tribulations come their way in their lives. You can tell them to go through and continue to do his will. There's a story in the Bible when Jesus and the disciples was traveling in a boat across the Sea of Galilee. When Jesus was asleep, a storm came up and almost sunk the boat. Often we are like the disciples who don't have a clue what to do when fear comes our way. But the Lord was there to come to their aid. The Lord had to let them know their lack of faith. Apostle Paul reminds us not to be surprised when things come our ways in life. We have an adversary who wants to hinder our spiritual growth to fear and deny us the blessings that belongs to us. And God's children to keep us from reaching the destiny that God has for us. The devil used so much things to make us doubt God's promise and try to steal the word of God that we receive in our heart. Sometimes we just don't know why God put us in certain situations. But we have to trust him. We can't break our brains on trying to find out what he is doing in our life. Just trust him. He knows best. Isaiah 55:8-9. For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways. My ways, saith the Lord. It is not God's purpose to knock us down, but to rise us up to higher levels of victory. Just like Joseph, we will overcome the tests and trials that we face. Everyone will encounter something, but we must learn how to respond correctly, knowing that God is our source. What we go through is to make us strong, and build our faith, overcome our flesh, and keep ourselves in line with the principle of God. Anyone can praise God. Anyone can praise God after a great victory. But who is confident in their God that can push the praise him before the trial takes place? I'm pushing through. I'm pushing through. I'm pushing through. I'm coming out to do the will of God. We are not following what we see, what we hear, how we feel. We are learning to live according to God. It is our choice that we have to make, even though we may feel hurt, crushed, whatever you feel, and we choose to rejoice because we are accepting something better to come in spite of the circumstances. Just think how upset the devil is. He's upset, church. He is upset. And on today, he is upset that we are going to push on today, do more. We are not going to be stuck. We're going to walk in the will of God. You are going to do the will of God. We are not letting nothing hold us back. All that been holding us back is not holding us back no more. On today, November 17th, I ain't letting nothing hold me back. Coming out. All we do is talk. But nobody wants to do. We have to do. We have to put action on what we saying and speaking on. We have to realize that God got us back. He got us back. He got our back. The devil can't do us no harm. God has our back. We have to think and pray because some of us don't know what's holding us back. I know what hold me back. But do you know what holds you back? Do you know why you're not doing his will? Come on. Sometimes when we find out what's been holding us back, we can't do it by ourselves. We need help. We need help to get through. We need help. Let me tell you, I needed help and fear. Because that's what holds me back. I'm being true.
Yes, Lord. Thank you.
I'm being truthful.
Yes.
That's what hold me back. But I had a leader.
Right.
A leader that pushed me.
Yeah.
She pushed me.
Yes. Push your Lord.
She pushed me.
Thank you, God.
That's a lot.
During this, when she told me, in my position, yes, so that's it. When she told me, oh, Tika, you know, you're being elevated, moving up to being a minister, my head was like, oh, me overseer, you sure me? And, you know, as the months and the weeks and the days went by, I just started thinking. And, you know, just talking to God and, you know, wondering, God, I got to bring forth the word in front of all your people. What are you going to have me to say? What are you going to have me to do? So, as y'all all know, I am an early child educator. He showed me the book The Very Hungry Caterpillar. I don't know if y'all read it. It's by Eric Carle. The Very Hungry Caterpillar. I'm like, Lord, why are you showing me the Very Hungry Caterpillar? How is that gonna be concerning to me? The Very Hungry Caterpillar. So as
revelation.
I needed revelation. I was praying. I was asking. Fasting on Wednesdays. I was like, Lord, you gotta show me why are you giving me this book, The Very Hungry Caterpillar. So he says, as you know, the caterpillar, he eats on Monday.
Tell a story.
He eats on Monday. It was an apple, if I'm not mistaken. On Tuesday, it was 2 oranges. And then so on, he ate. So he said, Tika, you ate. You went. You was moving. You was moving. You went to this church and you ate. You got it. You went to this church and you ate. And you getting fat. You went to this church and you ate. I'm going to pause right there. In 2012, God took me out. I'm coming back to that story. 2012, God took me in I was uncomfortable. I was working at my job for probably like 15 years then, and you know, Early Learn took over, so they took me out of working in Long Island City and put me in Brooklyn all the way in Coney Island. And God said, God, why am I going all the way over there? So I prayed and prayed, God, I got to get out this place. So some of y'all was, you know, devastated when Sandy came. Sandy was a blessing for me. I'm sorry. It was a blessing for me. Because when Sandy came,
When it hit Coney Island,
it hit Coney Island and it pushed me back to Queens. Pushed me back to Queens. But I always pray to God for a spiritual sister. I ended up working at our ministry rent job.
all right now.
Always say, good morning. She didn't say too much. But later on, she started talking to me. She started talking. And every time she talked, she was encouraging me. Encouraging me.
That's it.
Encouraging me. She was like, come on, the keys of the kingdom. I went. Because I was going to everybody's church. Even went to my my nephew Jason church. I was going. He told me service, I'm there. Because I'm just getting fat. I'm just eating all the words.
Come on, tell us story.
Getting fat.
Tell us story. My God.
So,
Tell the story.
amen. So, whew. Eating. I was eating. So she's telling me I'm coming. So I'm going to my church, praising God, running the KOK, praising God.
Yep, one of
God, all the time. And I'm just eating. And after that, I may go to somebody else's church. I may go to Abide in Love with Natiba. And I'm just eating. I'm just being all fat and eating all this word. And not doing nothing with it. I'm just eating. I'm getting fat, and I'm just eating. So one time, God just put me in one place. He said, all right, you're going to stay right here and KOK, and you're going to sit here, and I'm just eating. Still eating. Overseer preacher still eating. I ain't want to budge. Because before, when a caterpillar, before it turns into a Cancun, it's soft. So I'm soft.
Right.
So, you know, I'm just, you know.
Break it down, girl. Break it down.
And now I'm hard. I'm a hard shell, but I'm still eating. You're supposed to already come out now after you're in the shell. You're supposed to come out
Right,
with the cool,
amen.
and y'all know to become a beautiful butterfly. But I ain't want to become a butterfly yet. I'm still under overseer. She said, oh, you're going to be the usher, the missionary. I'm like, okay. I'm still in this cocoon. I'm still eating. And so then the overseer would just say, oh, you got to speak today and do a platform. I was like, oh, me? Platform? All right. Crap. So I got a little peep. Get ready to come out. I got peep. Work it. I'm like, okay, I see the light, but I just want to eat. I'm still eating. And then one day, overseer just pushing me. She's just pushing me. That's all she's doing is pushing me. She's pushing me. So I'm breaking out. Before you today, as that beautiful butterfly, that God for everything He's doing in my life. I just thank God how He brings visions and dreams to my life. I thank God also, even when, you know, sometimes on Sunday, God had me to go through and speak a word on people. I thank God for, you know, some people don't accept it, but I thank God that I'm able to give it and release it to the people. I thank God for that. God is doing a new thing. I always say that. God is doing a new thing in my life. And I thank Him for that. No more fearless. No more slowness. I'm doing the will of God. Come on and bless the Lord. Bless the Lord. Bless the Lord. Glory and honor. It's time not only for me to go forth, but it's time for my brothers and sisters to go forth and do the will of God. He won't leave you. He won't leave you. He will be by your side and take you through every situation. But you have to put Him first. Accept Him as your Lord and Savior. Amen. Pray for me.